top of this edition of the news, we're getting reports of 6 terrorists being gunned down in an encounter in Avantipura. It's a big victory for forces in an encounter that took place, because what we're getting to know is that these are terrorists of Zakir Musa's outfit, and one of the terrorists who has been gunned down used to be his right-hand man. Zeenat's joining us on the phone line. Zeenat, what are the other updates that you're tracking? Zeenat's live. She's getting us all the reports of this big encounter that took place this morning. Zeenat, over to you for all the details.
Yes, 6 militants were neutralized by the security forces in Arampora village of Avantipura after getting credible leads that the militants are hiding in a hideout that they had created, and the casso was launched by the security forces, and the hiding militants fired upon the security forces, triggering an encounter. And in this encounter, 6 militants have been neutralized by the security forces. And what breaking is that this is a group of Ansar Ghazwatul Hind headed by Zakir Musa, and one of the close aide of Zakir Musa, who was the deputy chief of his group, Solin Akhun, was neutralized by the security forces, and also one Rasik Ahmed of Dadsara Tral to have been neutralized by the security forces. Though 4 militants are yet to be identified, but all the bodies have been retrieved. And also this is an operation of 42RR along with the SOG Avantipura, and of course the CRPF was taking part in this encounter.
Right, Zeenat, when did this encounter take place, and have all terrorists who were hiding in that hideout, like you were telling us, have all of them been neutralized, or did some manage to escape? Zeenat?
No, all the militants who were hiding in this particular hideout were neutralized by the security forces. None of the militant managed his escape, because there were the clear inputs about the militants in hiding themselves in one of the hideouts that they had created in Arampora, and accordingly the casso was launched. Though this was an encounter, it was a brief exchange of fire for around 20-25 minutes when the militants, 6 in number, were neutralized by the security forces. So this is at time, if we talk about the Zakir Musa group, there the number was already 7 to 8. So far the 6 militants have been neutralized by the forces. Earlier there was one more militant who was neutralized by the security forces in Kulgam some 3 to 4 weeks back. And now if we see the total number of the Zakir Musa group, it is coming around 1 to 2. So it will be more easy for the security forces to go all along for the Zakir Musa or one of the 8. So the Zakir Musa group, Ansar Ghazwatul Hind group, that is really coming down when it comes to the members, because most of the members now today after this operation have been neutralized by the security forces. We can say it's a big win. So far there is no collateral damage, and also the law and order is under control.
Right. So Zeenat, the picture that you've accessed, this is the picture, and amongst these terrorists that you see there on your screen, 6 of them have been neutralized. In the picture you can also see Zakir Musa. So a big body blow to Zakir Musa's terror outfit in Jammu and Kashmir. Zeenat's getting us details of that encounter. So like Zeenat has been telling us, after credible inputs, forces launched this operation, and after a brief exchange of fire that took place for around 20 to 25 minutes, 6 terrorists, close aides of Zakir Musa, one who used to be a right-hand man of Zakir Musa, 6 of them neutralized. It's a big victory for forces this weekend. Zeenat, if you could get us more details of the kind of operation that was carried out, and like you were telling us, the army, and it was a joint operation. If you could get us more on that front. But Zeenat, stay with us. We have Lieutenant General Raj Kadian joining us on the phone line. Lieutenant General Kadian, a big victory for our forces early this Saturday morning. 6 terrorists of Zakir Musa's outfit gunned down, one of his close aide gunned down. Is it Zakir Musa next?
A great success by the security forces, a big well done to them. Coming within a week of 3 terrorists being killed in the same area, Pulwama district, village may be different. This is a great achievement, and I'm sure the security forces will continue. The militants, they belong to Zakir Musa's gang, Ansar Ghazwa, and I think the deputy chief is also killed. Yeah, they will get to Zakir Musa and everybody else ultimately. Security forces are determined. Although in the larger context, this may not be the solution to the problem. The solution requires many other factors other than the security element. But of course, the starting point is to create conditions where some kind of talks can take place with anybody who wants to talk to the government. So this is a good achievement by the security forces, and they deserve the country's heartiest congratulations. Right. And there is no, as of now, there is no collateral damage, there is no protest, there is no stone pelting, which is a good sign.
Right. Thank you, Lieutenant General Raj Kardian, for joining us this morning. So, defense experts, they're congratulating security forces for this great success. Early Saturday morning, 6 terrorists of Zakir Musa's outfit gunned down in Avantipura. Big success there. Zeenat's getting us all those details. Zeenat, for viewers just joining us on this broadcast, take us through the details of that operation that you were getting. As you were telling us that the gunfire took place for about 20 to 25 minutes. It was a joint operation. What more can you tell us?
See, absolutely, this was in an initial gun battle. The initial fire, when it was opened, the first militant was neutralized. That had been identified as Rasik Ahmed, because his body was lying outside when recovered. Simultaneously, 5 of the bodies were recovered from the hideout that they created in Arampora village of Avantipura district of Tral,
Zeenat, I'll come
Pulwama.
back to you. Zeenat, I'll come back to you as you get us details of that successful encounter that took place in Avantipura. We have Brigadier Mahalingam joining us on the phone line. Good morning, Brigadier Mahalingam. Early morning success for our forces, a body blow to Zakir Musa's terror outfit. 6 of his aides have been gunned down. A strong message there being sent out by our security forces. Your first comments.
Absolutely. It very clearly reflects one thing, that the people of Jammu and Kashmir are fed up with these militants. If you might know the methodology of operations by the military forces, the operation in this particular case, which happens to be in Tral is a place which is enclosed and it is very, very difficult to approach. And that particular place, if the security forces are targeted on a particular place and gunned down these militants, it only shows that the information flow has been excellent. The entire thing is because of the information flow which comes from the civilians in the valley. Therefore, the point that we need to remember, that the people of the valley are fed up with these militants, and this incident which has happened is a tribute to the soldiers who, despite the weather conditions in the valley today, they have sort of decided to go and carry out this operation, and with a resounding success. I think they deserve a sabash and well done.
Right. Thank you, Brigadier Mahalingam, for joining us. So, defense experts there congratulating our forces. Big victory coming in this morning for our forces in a joint operation. Forces have neutralized 6 terrorists of Zakir Musa's terror outfit. Is it Zakir Musa next? Zeenat is breaking down the details of that early morning encounter that took place in Avantipura. But yes, all in all, big victory for our forces coming in from Jammu and Kashmir.